Okay, I need to start today's episode with a question.
Go for it.
If someone told you that a government, a real functioning government, deployed soldiers with machine guns against birds, what would you say?
I would say that person needs to put their phone down and go touch grass.
Reasonable. What if I told you it was Australia?
Okay, I'd say that person is probably telling the truth, actually.
Right? Like with any other country, you'd be skeptical, but Australia, completely on brand.
Australia is genuinely just built differently. The whole continent is trying to kill you at all times.
And apparently sometimes the government joins in.
What did they deploy soldiers against? You said birds?
Emus, Ren. They went to war with emus.
Like the big ones? The ones that look like if a dinosaur had a bad hair day?
Exactly those ones. And here's the kicker.
There's a kicker.
Australia lost.
They lost to birds.
To birds. Welcome everyone to Down the Rabbit Hole. Weird History. I'm David.
I'm Ren, and I'm already having the best day of my life.
All right, so before we get into the actual combat, and yes, I will be calling it combat with a completely straight face, we need to set up the world.
The world being Australia in the 1930s?
Specifically Western Australia, specifically a region called Campion District, specifically the Wheat Belt, and the year is 1932.
Okay, 1932. That's smack in the middle of the Great Depression.
Exactly. So the whole world is economically on its knees, and Australia is trying to be helpful to its World War I veterans. They had given a lot of discharged soldiers land out in Western Australia after the war ended.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Like, thank you. Thank you for your service deal.
It sounds nice. The land was less nice.
How so?
Poor soil, barely any rainfall, genuinely marginal farmland. Like, here's your reward for surviving the trenches. Good luck growing wheat in the Australian outback.
Wow, the thank you gift was a trick.
A little bit, yeah. So these veterans turned farmers are already struggling hard. The Great Depression hits, wheat prices collapse, and the government is actually pushing them to grow more wheat because they think it'll help the economy, while simultaneously failing to pay the subsidies they promised.
So these guys are broke, exhausted, growing crops on bad land, getting jerked around by the government.
And then,
Oh no,
20,000 emus show up.
20,000?
20,000 emus.
That's not a flock, that's an army.
See? You already understand the assignment.
Why were there so many? Was this a normal amount of emus?
So emus migrate every year after the breeding season. They move inland toward the coast. This particular year, there was a severe drought, which meant their normal food and water sources were dried up, except for one place.
Oh no, the farms?
The farms, which, by the way, the farmers had cleared the land, added water for livestock, created exactly the kind of open plains habitat that emus love. They accidentally built an emu paradise.
Oh, so they baited them.
Completely, unintentionally, built the most attractive emu buffet on the continent.
So 20,000 emus just descend on these wheat farms.
Descend, eat everything, trample what they don't eat, and here's the bonus, they break through the fences. And those fence gaps let rabbits in too. So now you've got an emu problem and a rabbit problem.
This is a nightmare. These farmers are having the worst time in human history.
Genuinely one of the worst agricultural situations imaginable. So what did they do?
They called the government?
They called the government. And specifically, because many of these farmers were veterans, they knew exactly what they wanted.
Machine guns.
Machine guns.
I respect the audacity of that request, honestly. We have a bird problem. Send heavy artillery.
And here's the thing. The Minister of Defense, a man named Sir George Pierce, said yes.
He just said yes.
He said yes. He authorized a full military operation to go kill the emus.
Sir George Pierce is either the most helpful politician in history or the most unhinged.
Possibly both. And here's a detail I love. They also sent along a cinematographer,
What?
a filmmaker, someone to document the whole thing on camera. Because apparently someone in the government thought this was going to be a great PR moment. Look at our military protecting farmers, heroically mowing down birds.
So they wanted to make a little war propaganda film about emus.
About emus.
Things did not go as planned, did they?
Things did not go as planned.
Okay, walk me through it. Who did they send?
So the crack military unit dispatched to fight the emu menace consisted of 3 people.
Oh, three people.
3 people. Major Gwynedd Purvis Wine Aubrey Meredith.
It's Win.
And I'm going to call him Major Meredith because that name's a mouthful.
Gwynedd Purvis and Win Aubrey. That man was named by someone who lost a bet.
Sergeant McMurray, Gunner O'Halloran, and their commanding officer, Major Meredith, 3 soldiers, 2 Lewis machine guns, 10,000 rounds of ammunition.
Okay, wait a minute. 10,000 rounds of ammunition for emus.
Versus 20,000 emus.
That's half a bullet per emu. The math was already bad.
The math was not doing well, no. Now, the original plan was to start in October 1932, but there was a delay.
What happened?
It rained.
It rained.
It rained, the emus scattered over a widespread area, and they had to wait for the birds to reconvene.
The emus were already doing better tactically than the Australian military.
The emus were, through no conscious effort, already winning. So by November 2nd, the troops finally deployed to Campion. They spot a group of about 50 emus.
Okay, 50 emus, 2 machine guns. This should be fine.
Now, the birds were out of range.
Of course they were.
So, the local farmers tried to herd the emus closer, essentially trying to drive them into machine gun kill zone.
Like a medieval battle tactic with birds.
And the emus, with zero strategy, zero awareness that they were in a battle, just sort of split into small groups and scattered in every direction.
The emus accidentally discovered flanking maneuvers.
The ornithologist who later wrote about this described it as the emus having evidently ordered guerrilla tactics.
An ornithologist, a bird scientist, looked at what happened and said, I want to be clear, and this is a real quote, the emus ordered guerrilla tactics.
That is a real academic description of what happened.
I'm going to have to think about that every day for the rest of my life.
It gets better. A few days later, on November 4th, Major Meredith decides to try an ambush. There's a local dam. Emus need water. They'll come to the dam, so they wait. And over 1,000 emus come walking right towards them.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is their moment.
This is their moment. 1,000 emus basically walking into the trap. They wait until the birds are at a point blank range, and then they open fire.
And?
One of the machine guns got jammed.
Oh no.
In the middle of the ambush, the gun jammed. The emus scattered. Again.
The emus are just casually defeating the Australian military through sheer power of chaos.
By November 8th, 6 days in, news reports across Australia were openly mocking the military operation. Members of the House of Representatives were making jokes about it in Parliament.
Wait, Parliament was dunking on the military over the emu thing?
One representative said that if anyone deserved medals from this conflict, it was the emus. Because, and I'm paraphrasing here, the birds won every single round.
A government official stood up in Parliament and said the emus deserved medals?
In Parliament, on the record.
Oh, Australia, man. I love Australia.
So on November 8th, Major Meredith and his team packed up and left.
They quit?
They withdrew. Tactically.
Oh, sure. Tactically.
But the farmers were furious. They demanded the military come back. And, get this, a report came out claiming that 300 emus had been killed in the operation.
Okay, so 300 out of 20,000. That's not the best. It's not even good. It's not great. Mm-mm.
But it was enough to justify a second attempt.
Oh, gosh.
On November 12th, they went back.
Okay, round two. Surely the military has a better strategy this time?
Well, they're a bit more successful in phase two. I'll give them that, but by December, they were killing around 100 emus a week.
100 a week? Well, that's progress.
Out of 20,000.
Yeah, right. That's 200 weeks. That's 4 years.
The math continues to be bad.
Okay, so what actually made the emus so hard to kill? Like, I know they scattered, but machine guns are machine guns.
Great question. Few things. First, emus are fast. They can run nearly 30 miles an hour.
Okay, that's faster than I expected a giant bird to move. I knew they were fast, just not that fast.
Second, emus have incredibly tough hides. So a glancing bullet from a machine gun would hit them and they would just keep running. They'd sometimes die later from the injury, but they wouldn't drop.
They're basically tanks with feathers?
Major Meredith literally described them as tanks. He said each bird seems to have a charmed life, could face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks. We're like Zulus who even dum-dum bullets couldn't stop.
The major compared emus to Zulu warriors?
In his official military report.
Major Meredith had a lot of feelings about these birds.
He had a complicated relationship with emus, yes. Yes, there's also a third thing that made them so hard to fight. They had a lookout system.
Of course. What do you mean they had a lookout system?
Soldiers observed that whenever a mob of emus were moving together, there was always one bird at the edge, seemingly a lookout. I mean, that's the way to describe it. Who would give some kind of a signal when it spotted danger? The whole group would immediately scatter.
The emus had sentries.
Yep, the emus had sentries.
They were running military operation more efficiently than the actual military.
The cinematographer, by the way, remember him? That guy is there to film the glorious victory.
Oh, no, what did he end up with?
Footage of soldiers shooting at birds that ran away, a jammed machine gun, and what I imagined was a very long, uncomfortable ride home.
Oh, the documentary never got made, did it?
Shockingly, no. Australia did not release a triumphant military film about the emu campaign.
I would watch that movie, though. I would absolutely watch that movie.
Someone is actually making it. There's an action comedy film in the works about the Great Emu War, written by John Cleese.
John Cleese? Monty Python John Cleese?
The very same.
Oh, that is the most perfectly calibrated, creative team for this subject matter.
Absolutely ideal.
Okay, so December 1932. How does this end?
Major Meredith is recalled on December 10th. The operation is officially over. In his final report, he claims 986 confirmed kills using approximately 9,860 rounds of ammunition.
I don't even really need to do math. I already know that's 10 bullets per emu.
Exactly 10 rounds per confirmed kill.
That is a very expensive emu.
And remember, that's only the confirmed kills. Another roughly 2,500 birds later died from injuries, so they called it about 3,500 total out of 20,000.
Well, they killed less than 20% of the emus with machine guns over 6 weeks.
The emus were officially, I cannot stress this enough, that this is the real historical conclusion, declared the victors.
Oh, historians looked at this situation and went, yep, birds won.
Not just historians. The Australian House of Representatives, at the time, in 1932, real-time recognition that the emus had won the war.
I need a moment. I genuinely need a moment to appreciate that we live in a world where the Australian government officially acknowledged losing a war to birds.
Take your time.
Okay, I'm good. What happened next?
So, the immediate aftermath was that the government basically gave up on the military solution and started giving farmers ammunition and paying bounties.
Money for hunting emu.
Yep, and actually it worked way better. Within about 6 months of the bounty system, farmers had collected something like 57,000 bounties.
57,000.
Turns out when you let people who are actually dealing with the problem, who know the land, who are motivated, and who are fighting for their livelihoods, handle it themselves, better results than 3 confused soldiers with jamming machine guns.
The military solution was to send 3 guys to solve a 20,000 bird problem.
3 guys, yep.
3. And they were surprised it didn't work?
The optimism was extraordinary.
Oh, what was Sir George Pierce doing during all of this, by the way? The guy who authorized the whole thing.
Great question. He was getting absolutely roasted. He was already nicknamed the Punisher from an earlier political controversy. But after the Emu War, people started calling him Minister for the Emu War.
Oh, that's a brutal legacy. You do one thing, one completely unhinged thing, and it just follows you forever.
To be fair, he did defend the operation in the Senate. When asked if there was a more humane way to do the cull, his response was essentially that only people who had seen the emu problem up close could understand why drastic measures were necessary.
Oh, which is not wrong. Like 20,000 emus destroying your crops in the middle of the Great Depression is genuinely catastrophic.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's an important thing to keep in mind. This is genuinely funny, and we're having a laugh, but these farmers were in a really desperate situation. The Depression, bad land, broken government promises, and then a biblical plague of giant birds. These people were suffering.
No, totally. The situation warranted something. It just maybe didn't warrant this.
Maybe not 3 guys and 2 machine guns, no.
So the bounties worked. What happened to the fences?
Fences turned out to be the long game solution. Through the 1930s and beyond, they built and rebuilt what they started calling vermin fences. Tall, maintained fences with barbed wire on top. By the 1950s, they were reconstructing them more seriously as a permanent emu barrier.
Okay, how high did they have to make these fences?
About a meter, a little more than 3 feet, with barbed wire on top.
A meter isn't that tall. Emus can't jump over a meter?
Emus cannot jump at all. They have calf muscles, which is apparently a rare thing in birds, but jumping is not in their skill set.
They can outrun a truck and survive machine gun fire, but they can't hop a fence?
That's correct.
Emus are simultaneously incredible and deeply dumb.
That feels like an accurate summary of the emus, yeah.
What are emus actually like, by the way? We've been talking about them as this unstoppable force, but are they actually dangerous?
They're genuinely imposing animals. They're nearly 6 feet tall. They have these big, powerful legs, these little vestigial wings that do nothing for flying, but they use them for balance and cooling down. They're descended from dinosaurs, legitimately. They're part of a group called ratites that traces back to the dinosaurs.
And when you put it that way, the Australian military, losing to them seems slightly less embarrassing.
A little bit, yeah. They were essentially fighting feathery dinosaurs.
Feathery dinosaurs with guerrilla tactics and sentry systems.
And the ability to absorb machine gun fire and keep running.
Okay, the emus earned their win. I'm saying it, the emus deserve to win the Great Emu War.
Officially, historically, the emus did win. It's not an opinion, that's the verdict of history.
And Parliament.
And Parliament.
Okay, we always do this. What are the weirdest individual details? The stuff that feels made up but isn't.
Okay, I have a list. First, emus are literally part of Australia's coat of arms.
What?
The emu and the kangaroo are the two animals on Australia's national coat of arms.
So Australia went to war against one of its own national symbols?
Australia declared war on its own coat of arms. Yeah.
And lost?
Lost to its own coat of arms.
That's generally one of the most Australian things I've ever heard.
Second weird detail. The reason the emu is on the coat of arms is specifically because emus cannot walk backwards.
Huh?
They chose animals that can't go backwards because Australia only moves forward. It's symbolic.
Okay. Australia chose their national symbols based on the inability to reverse. And then they sent the military after one of them and lost. And the emu still can't walk backwards. It just keeps moving forward, away from the machine guns to victory.
The emu is a perfect symbol of inevitable forward momentum.
I'm getting emotional about an emu. This podcast has done something to me.
Third weird detail. The operation had a cameraman. We've mentioned this, but consider. He was there to capture the heroic eradication. What he actually filmed was soldiers being outsmarted by birds for 6 weeks.
Where's the footage, David? Does it exist?
Some of it apparently does. Somewhere in Australian archives, there's film footage of this absolute disaster.
Oh, I need someone to find that and put it in the internet immediately.
Fourth thing, the emus actually serve an important ecological function in Australia. They're seed dispersers. They eat fruits and plants and spread seeds across vast distances. One researcher found they're particularly important for spreading a native peach called the quandong.
So by trying to kill them, Australia was also threatening its own native plant ecosystem.
The emus were not just winning the war, they were quietly keeping the continent's plants alive.
They're heroes. I'm sorry. They poop out seeds. The emus are ecological heroes.
Fifth weird detail. This is my personal favorite. After the whole thing ended, there were requests in subsequent years to bring the military back out for more emu calls.
They tried again.
Multiple times. 1934, 1943, and 1948. There were requests to send military forces to deal with the emu problems.
And what happened?
They were rejected. The Australian government eventually looked at the record and said basically, no, we've tried this, it doesn't work.
But it took 3 more requests after an embarrassing public defeat before they stopped asking?
The definition of insanity, but for emu policy.
And the 6th, I assume, what is the 6th?
The emus are still there.
Oh, of course they are.
The emu population of Australia is approximately 625,000 to 725,000. They're not endangered. They're thriving.
Nearly 1 million emus after the war, after the bounties, after the fences.
The emus won the war, and they won the peace.
Absolute legends.
Okay, so why does this story actually matter? Like, beyond being hilarious.
It's more than just funny.
I mean, it is very funny. There are a few real threads here. The first is the veteran settlement program itself. These were men who had served in World War I, come home expecting support, been given genuinely marginal land, and then being left to struggle. The emu problem was just the most ridiculous final straw in a series of genuinely bad policy decisions.
Yeah, I think that context is easy to lose when we're laughing about the Emu War. These were real people in crisis.
Exactly. The second thread is this fascinating question of when government intervention makes things worse. Like sending the military in to look decisive and helpful, but it was actually just a distraction. The bounty system, which was way cheaper and more effective, came after the military failure.
The actual solution was just to give the people who are dealing with the problem the tools they need and let them deal with it.
Which took a military disaster to figure out.
Classic.
And the third thing, this is the one that really gets me, is that the emus weren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, they weren't doing anything wrong.
They were just being emus. They were migrating, like they'd done for thousands of years, following food and water across the land. They used to be open plains. In fact, if humans had settled the land and planted wheat, not a choice the emus made.
The emus were there first.
Way, way first. And in indigenous Australian culture, emus are actually creator spirits. There's a whole emu constellation in the night sky, formed from dark nebula between Scorpius and Southern Cross.
Oh, that's beautiful, actually.
So you have this animal that in one cultural tradition is a divine creator figure, and in another is getting declared vermin and hunted with machine guns.
That's a lot to sit with.
The whole thing is kind of like a miniature study in colonialism and ecology disruption and government hubris, wrapped in the funniest possible package.
Right? Because on the surface, it's just the funniest story in history. But beneath, it's actually about land and who it belongs to and what happens when you try to fight nature with bureaucracy.
Nature doesn't read the memo.
Nature does not read the memo. The emus never got the memo. The emus don't care about your memo.
The emus are the memo. The memo says, you lose.
Okay, let's bring it home. Summary of the Great Emu War.
1932, Australia. 20,000 emus invade wheat farms in Western Australia. Veterans turned farmers are already struggling through the Depression. They ask for military support. The government says yes and sends 3 soldiers, 2 machine guns, and 10,000 bullets.
And a cameraman.
Oh yeah, and a cameraman. The emus scatter using what historians charitably describe as guerrilla tactics. The guns jam, the trucks crash. Birds survive machine gun fire, and after 6 weeks of failure, military retreats.
And Parliament jokes that the emus deserve medals.
The emus are officially declared the victors. Bounties and fences eventually solve the problem. The emus are still there, living their best lives, approximately 700,000 strong.
What do we rate this piece of history? We don't have a rating system, but I feel like we need one right now.
Oh, 11 out of 10. Emu victory laps.
I'm giving it a standing ovation, and I'm giving that standing ovation to the emus especially.
Yeah, as you should.
All right, folks, that's episode 20 of Down the Rabbit Hole, Weird History. Thank you for joining us on the journey to Australia, 1932, where the soldiers fought 20,000 birds and lost.
If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave us a review, a comment, and tell at least one person about the Great Emu War today. The emus deserve their followers.
They earned them.
We'll be back next week with another piece of history that will make you question everything you thought you knew about how the world works.
Until then, stay curious and stay weird.
And never underestimate an emu.
Hello.
What was that?
I was doing an emu call.
That's not what that sounded like.
Emus make a drumming sound, David. It's a very specific vocalization that I cannot do.
You should have maybe tried. Good night, Ren.
Good night, Dave. The whole yeah. What did they deploy? Oh, try. What did they? Yeah, this is great. It's like third sentence. I can't even speak. What did they deploy soldiers against?
Stick specifically in there a couple more times.
Specifically.
Good Lord. Land out in Western Australia. I didn't do any of that right.
You did it all right. I just don't think you did it all coherently.
Like, here's your reward for... The farmers had cleaned the land, added water.
They cleared it.
They cleared it. Out there with toothbrushes cleaning.
It's like combing the desert, babe. Oh, I'm going to hell.
Oh my God, really? I can't even figure out how to get around this.
It's major.
Yeah, yes, thank you. I know major.
Benedict.
There's a sergeant. Okay. So
Purvies.
we've got a sergeant and
Wayne Aubrey Meredith. That one's not hard.
a major. Okay.
Major Meredith.
3 people. 2 majors and a sergeant.
No, you gotta try a little bit.
3 soldiers. Come on, really? Okay.
So
all right.
Gwynedd Purvies.
No.
Purvis.
No.
Purvis.
I apologize to everyone this is going to offend. Purvies Wynne Aubrey Meredith.
I thought it was Purvis, not Purvies.
Major Gwynedd Purvis.
Ratities.
Ratities. Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? They're part of a group called
It's Ratities.
Ratities. That sounds better. Third, can't say weird.
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 ROAS.
Third weird detail. The operation had third weird.
You were gonna screw it up. Oh, babes.
Third weird detail.
Trying so hard to keep it together. Don't Look at me.
I'm not.
Okay, well, you're too close. Here, go for it. I gotta even know where you're at now.
Third, we're gonna scroll it up there. Maybe it'll help.
All right.
One researcher.
Kwangdong.
I wasn't going to say it. I was going to get through it and say it once,
Okay.
not hear it. Just say it once. One researcher found they're particularly important for spreading a native peach called the Kwangdong. God damn it!
Kwangdong. Dong. Ding dong.
The emus were not just winning the war; they were quietly keeping the continent's planet. Yep, I'm just gonna mark that one right
Continence plan.
And continence plan. That's it.
Oh, lordy.
Oh, wow. So you have to. So you have the
This. Not that.
No,
It's this.
I can see it. I can't say it.